Welcome back to the Pokemon League World Championship in 2026, as it's Wally taking on Ivy, the World Champion. For Wally, we have his usual team of Roserade, Talonflame, Azumarill, Magnezone, Garchomp, and Mega Gallade. And for Ivy, it is Arcanine, Annihilate, Archaludon, Dragapult, Salamence Returns, and Mega Metagross. As we lead with Garchomp for Wally, it is the Metagross, the Mega Metagross for Ivy. Ice Punch will be enough to take Garchomp down in one hit, but Metagross is damaged by Rough Skin and the Rocky Helmet. A lot of power behind that Ice Punch there, thanks to Tough Claws. Flare Blitz, a good hit into Metagross, but not enough to take it down. Psychic Fangs barely misses out on the knockout against Talonflame. Salamence will lower Talonflame's physical attack. Flare Blitz, a good hit into the Salamence, might have been enough to take down Metagross, but Salamence resisted very, very well, but it is burned by the Flare Blitz there. And that will hinder Thunderfang into the Azumarill there, as Ice Spitter is enough to take Salamence down. In comes the Archaludon now for Ivy. It's Magnezone for Wally, resisted the Thunderbolt, a smart switch there for Wally. Body Press super effective into the Magnezone, and Thunder Wave into the Archaludon will paralyze it. In comes Roserade now. Body Press resisted by the Poison type, but a critical hit, just a third of Roserade's health still. In comes the Arcanine, a Fire type against a Grass type, resisting the Dazzling Gleam as well. A very smart switch from Ivy. Raging Fury is enough to take Roserade down. In comes the Gallade now. Arcanine is locked in thanks to Raging Fury. Close combat will barely not be enough to take Arcanine down. It's left on 2%. Heals with the Citrus Berry as Gallade's defenses drop, but it's not enough for Raging Fury to take Gallade down. And it will finish Arcanine off from low health. In comes the Dragapult now for Ivy, switching into the Azumarill for Wally there. There's Phantom Force, strikes into the Azumarill, a good hit. Azumarill will heal with the Citrus Berry. Ice Spitter, big damage into that Dragon type, and it will disable Ice Spitter thanks to Curse Body. In comes the Magnezone. Dragapult goes to Phantom Force again, does take Magnezone down. Azumarill returns now for Wally. Aqua Jet does have priority over Phantom Force. Dragapult there, not enough to take Azumarill down, and here comes the Ice Spinner, and that is enough to finish Dragapult off. Both of Wally's Pokemon on very low health. Annihilate does take the Aqua Jet, and Rage Vistas is now powered up thanks to that hit from Aqua Jet there, but easily enough to take Azumarill down from very low health. In comes the Gallade now. Said Headbutt does take Annihilate down, but two Pokemon that are usually very difficult to deal with. Close combat is enough to take Archaludon down in one hit, and suddenly Gallade might actually be able to pull this back for Wally. It is faster than Metagross and does do enough damage, and Gallade takes Archaludon down. A usually very bulky Pokemon is dealt with in one hit by Mega Gallade, and it's allowed Wally to pull it back against the World Champion, and Ivy is defeated by Wally by just one Pokemon. Gallade takes Archaludon down in one hit, and that is the tide that has turned this battle. Unbelievable. Fantastic hit into that Archaludon, and it's completely swung this battle in Wally's favour to win it by one Pokemon. An incredible comeback from Gallade on such low health, and a fantastic choice to save this Gallade right to the very end for Wally, and it's paid off. And Wally beats the World Champion by just one Pokemon. Unbelievable. A fantastic result for Wally, and disaster for Ivy, who loses it right at the very end. Archaludon, one of the bulkiest Pokemon in this championship, taken down in one hit from this Gallade to win it for Wally by one Pokemon against the World Champion.